All right, guys, we have reached your final criminal of the evening. You guys ready for your last comic? This guy is so funny. Came all the way from Boulder. I know it's not that far, but man, it was a drive for him. Everybody get loud for Anthony Bartolo!
All right, everybody. I know what you're thinking. They just called a guy named Anthony Bartolo. He was like, why is there a tall, chubby Asian guy standing in front of me right now? Surprise! I'm Asian. I'm not Italian. There's not going to be any Italian mafia crime stories from New Jersey tonight. You're going to have an Asian American story from New Jersey. That's where I grew up. I'm from New Jersey. My parents came from the Philippines. They came here in 1969. They became illegal immigrants because apparently they overstayed their tourist visa by 56 years. So they have high hopes for their children. They came here with like $20 in their pocket, or that's the bullshit they've been telling me. So so they have high hopes for me, and my sister, she's the architect of Walmart. How fucking hard is that? It's a box, everybody. One side equals the other. But yeah, I'm a comedian. That's what I fucking became. But when I was younger, when I was living in New Jersey, I went to high school and public school, and I was really smart. I studied hard. I actually I was top 5 in the class. I was number 5 in the class. Yeah, and it was great. Because I'm fucking Asian, and so of course. But the thing is, even though I was like the top 5, I used to tell the ladies, I'm number 1 because like 4 to 1 were all women, so I was like, I'm the number 1 guy. But it didn't impress them. Because I was a bit nerdy. I was awkward. I really couldn't talk to girls. I hardly had a girlfriend. I had like one girlfriend in high school, one of those long distance relationship kind of girlfriends that you see them every summer and they change, they're pregnant. And and the thing is, it wasn't mine, because the truth was, I was in high school, smart kid, but I was still a virgin. I was kind of depressed about that, because, And the thing was, though, since I was the smartest kid in the class, I was awarded a full ride scholarship. That's right. I get to go to 4 years of college with books paid and all. And not all, I get $6,000 for school supplies. In my bank account. So I was like, all right, hell yeah, I worked hard for this. But, I was like, all right, I'm graduating high school, I'm still a virgin, right? I was like, I gotta get laid. So me and my cousins decide to take a road trip, because I live in New Jersey, and I decided to take a road trip to Montreal, because it's only a 6-hour drive, and Montreal is apparently, if you've ever been there, it's a very sexy city. There's like 9 out of 10, they're hot. So I was on a quest. I was on a quest to get laid. I came prepared, everybody, I brought 3 condoms, 3. Somehow I came back with 4, and it was like Jesus and the fishes, like where the fuck did this condom come from? What the hell? So I was kind of sad. I was dejected because I didn't get laid. I'm like, this girlfriend I was seeing, she got pregnant by someone else. I was like kind of sad. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to study hard. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to keep this full ride scholarship going. So that's what happened. And I'm 43. I'm born in 81. So I graduated class in 1999. So I went to college, during that time. I was studying really hard. And it was springtime, 2001. I don't know if I'm thinking I'm a sophomore. I can't remember, but it was springtime, and my parents decided to go out, vacation, and I'm home alone. And it was also Easter weekend. It was Good Friday. I'm just telling you. So I was home alone, watching Skinemax, Cinemax, stolen, by the way. I was watching that, and that movie, Risky Business, came on. I don't know if you guys saw that movie. It stars Tom Cruise in a very early role. He's like a 17-year-old. And the story is that his parents go away for the weekend, and he's home alone. And he's a virgin as well, so he decides in the movie to get a hooker to lose his virginity. And I'm watching this movie, and I'm like, I have $6,000 in my bank account right now. Maybe I should get a hooker. And by the way, this was 2001. There was no Google at the time. There was just Yahoo and Ask Jeeves. I don't know if you remember Ask Jeeves. You have to ask in a question. It was like, hey, Jeeves, how do I irresponsibly spend my scholarship money on some hookers? And Jeeves gives a phone number, that I call. And I speak to this guy, and he tells me, he's like, I need you to go to the Wayne Motor Inn in Wayne, New Jersey, and go to room 212. And I was like, holy shit. I'm like, Wayne, New Jersey was only like 20 minutes from where I live. And I was like, all right, let's do this. So I withdraw cash from the ATM, and I'm driving to Wayne, New Jersey, blasting Phil Collins in the air tonight. Yeah. And I go to Wayne Motor Inn in Wayne, New Jersey, and I go to the room 212, and I meet Treasure. I don't think that's her real name. And I told her I was a virgin, and she said, do you want to go with this? I was like, how considerate of you. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And I lost my virginity. Okay, thank you. Yeah, with Big Pimpin' playing in the background, by the way. I did it. I lost my virginity, and it was weird. I'll tell you, it's weird. And I go, I don't know how I feel about this. So I decided to go back, and I spent my entire $6,000 on hookers in the span of 2 weeks. Because, I wasn't sure. So, I'm like, all right, well, I did it, and I'm not a virgin anymore, and I'm sad. The thing was, I was still sad about, because it wasn't like a relationship or anything. So I kind of got depressed, I'll be honest with you, and I flunked out. I flunked out of college. I lost my scholarship, everybody. It was a bad time. But you know what? It was like, I told you, this happened like spring 2001, right? And I flunked out of college, and and I'm from New Jersey, and you know what happened in September 2001? Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. So, because September 11 happened, and New York City was only 16 miles from where I lived. I used to see the skyline from my high school, and it was really sad because it kind of affected me because it was so near. So I'm reading the news in the New York Times, and I'm like, oh, look, this is interesting. I go the 9/11 hijackers, right? They were coexisting in the very neighborhoods that I lived in. Yeah. I was like, holy shit. And I'm reading this article, and the ID they got it from the fish market my dad used to get. And also, the FBI showed up in the mall I worked in because they bought some, because they traced a credit card, they bought some sunglasses in the mall I worked in. And then I was reading further, and they were like, apparently, they stayed on several hotels and motels. One of them was the Wayne Motor Inn. And I was like, huh, that sounds familiar. I'm Eskimo Brothers with the 9/11 hijackers. So my dad, unbeknownst to me, because he knew I was an idiot, was monitoring my bank account. And he was looking, and he was just seeing ATM cash withdrawals of like $350, $350, $350, $650. That was for the threesome. And yeah, you know, I was talking to, like, you know, the pimp. I'm sorry, they're sex workers now. I was talking to the general manager. I was like, come on, I'm using my scholarship money. Give me a student discount. Instead of $950, $650. But the thing was, my dad was worried because he was seeing all these ATM cash withdrawals, and he was worried. He was like, is it gambling? Is it drugs? So he approached me and with all this statements, like, son, what are you doing with all these ATM cash withdrawals? And I was like, I couldn't lie to him because he was a good dad. I said, I'm sorry, Dad, I was spending it on hookers. And then he said, oh yeah, I did at your age, and he just walks away. He just walked away. All right, thank you.
Hey, give it over Anthony Bartolo! Wow.
Yeah.
Can we clap it up for a sentence I don't think's ever been said before in humanity? I am Eskimo Brothers with the 9/11 hijackers.
Yeah. It's true.
Anthony,
true.
do you think that them hearing you come drove them to hijack? They were like, something's got to give. I can't live here anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Treasure was really good, though. And,
Yeah.
Treasure.
Treasure, yeah.
Do you still talk to Treasure?
No.
Yeah. Hey, Anthony, how was Treasure's chest? Fuck yeah.
Did she have a black boob by chance?
One black boob.
Yes.
She did have a nice chest?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What size are we talking? What size are we talking?
I don't know. What are sizes? You know, it's like.
Have you had sex since then? I guess.
Yes.
Have you also paid for it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Emotionally.
Yeah.
Not in the traditional sense.
Yes,
You know?
yeah, you know.
So wait, have you ever bought a hooker after that?
No, because I was broke afterward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like on IOUs? You're like, I'll
Yes,
get you back.
I'll get you
eventually?
back. Yes. Just on the paperwork. Yeah, I don't know.
I just
You've
wanna-
definitely fucked a hooker recently, I think, is the vibe. Let me ask this. Do you feel like now that you know that your dad, your daddy, your big old papa, you know, has fucked a hooker,
Yeah.
and you fucked a hooker,
Yeah.
do you think maybe together you might fuck a hooker?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Well, I mean, he is dead, and so that would be a no.
That's honestly the only thing holding him back.
Yeah.
Like,
Way to take the sexy out of it, Anthony. Okay. So no chance, I
No
see.
chance. No.
Okay.
Did you start connecting some dots there and be like, maybe I could be a terrorist also? Because
Yeah.
you're doing all the
I
same
mean,
shit.
I know. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I did drive them to do it.
I'm not
Jeez.
saying you drove him to do it, but then like, did you start thinking like, man, these guys like all the same stuff that I like.
Yeah.
Maybe I also hate America.
Yeah.
Is that...
No, I love it. I don't wanna...
This man's a sex terrorist.
yeah.
He's radicalized by pussy.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that is a question. When you see footage of the towers going down, do you come a little bit in your pants? It's a fair question, ma'am. It's a fair question.
When 2 towers go down, does one go up?
Yes, and go down again.
Yeah.
Any questions for Anthony? This sexual deviant. Anybody have a question for Anthony? What's up? Oh, 1 second. I'll get you in a second.
Why
Yes, ma'am.
all 6,000?
Why all 6,000?
Because it was only 6,000. I would have done it more if it was more.
Ma'am, your pussy is a superpower, okay?
Did you it's funny to think about you can figure out what the monetary value of your private parts is,
Yeah.
and $6,000
Yeah.
was it. Did they ask for more, and then you were like, "It's all I got"?
There was some negotiating involved.
I could do a little role play. Okay, so if I'm the guy and I'm like, it's gonna be $10,000.
How about 5?
That's good. You got to go low,
Yeah,
so they
you go
meet in
low.
the middle. That's
You know what? You sound like a sexual terrorist. 6 it is.
Just cleared the bank account.
Yeah. Was it worth it?
Was it worth it? It's funny because I think about I think that's if I thought about what if I didn't do it and they studied hard and I was not not drowning in student loan debt, where would I be right now?
We probably still have the Twin Towers, honestly.
Probably,
Yeah.
Yes. So.
We would be a completely different country, Anthony. So thanks so fucking
It's
much.
a lot of guilt. A lot of guilt that I have.
More than most
But,
college. Yeah, so what the fuck's your question?
Why do you have an Italian name?
I am Filipino. That's why. I don't know if you guys.
Just so you know, this
Yeah,
is being
it-
asked by another Asian person, so it's
Yeah.
fine. You can.
Yeah. It's totally cool.
What's your name? Ja? That's a fucking stupid name.
Yeah.
Job.
He looks exactly like Ja Rule.
Yeah, you look like a Ja. You guys have a lot of similarities with you and Ja Rule, huh? Yeah, very much so. Both rap? Fucking coward!
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on. Do you have a mullet? Oh, get up here. Get up here right now. Get up here right now. Mullet!
Mullet!
Mullet! Mullet! Mullet! Mullet! Look at this!
Wow.
Hey!
Look at
Turn for the boys. Turn.
Wow.
All right, I take it back. You're fucking cool.
And if you remember our sponsor, the haircut guy, he
Spruce
didn't do that.
Barbershop.
Yeah, exactly. Sven's Barbershop. He didn't do that, and thank fucking God. So,
Spruce Barbershop. everybody.
Spruce Barbershop.
He can hook up Ja.
Yeah.
Anyway, one more question. We got time for one more question. What's up?
Do you know if the hijackers were in the hotel for the same reason you were, or were they just staying there?
I mean,
Were they in the hotel for the same reason? Oh, for the.
well, the thing
okay,
is,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so
sorry,
this,
yeah.
a little history, this particular motel is kind of popular for if you're it's prom night, you want to smoke some pot, you go into the Wayne Motor Inn.
Okay.
So it's just a known place. It was on The Sopranos. I mean, so I don't know. I guess they were like, hey, this seems like a cool place.
Yeah. They were like, we only have a few days left.
Yeah.
So,
There's this treasure over here.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get these virgins afterward.
Yeah. They were like, I've been hearing this guy all night. He's having an incredible time. So,
Why wait?
yeah. They will never forget.
I love that you were like, it's famous. It was in The Sopranos. So is that why you went there? You were like, well, Tony Soprano did it.
Yeah.
So,
I was before they filmed
okay.
it there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
so you were the inspiration.
I was the inspiration for it, yes.
Fuck yeah.
By the way, I'm arguing for the Department of Education because of this.
We need funding. The guy at the Bernie rally will tell you all about it. All right, let's get to a couple texts and we'll get out of here. This was targeted and specific. Sounds like this person just had a grievance. Ray wore a lavender sport coat. That was it. That's all they said. Is Ray here? Oh, Ray's right there? You're not wearing a lavender sport coat? No, you're wearing a leather jacket. Where'd you get that from, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Get a discount? All right, I'm not exactly sure how, they might have misspelled something, but I'll just give it my best shot. Took money from a foreigner for a U.S. fiance visa and ghosted them. Whoa!
Whoa.
You just 90-day fiancé'd somebody?
Wow.
And took their money?
Damn. And that Australian woman is here tonight. She's here to confront you, you motherfucker. Okay. Oh, jeez, that is stone cold.
Yeah, I want to know how much it was, I guess.
What was misspelled?
I said
Well, so it was
fiancé.
you. Who did you con? And no, those aren't homeless people outside of your apartment.
Yeah. You guys are bad people.
Yeah. We're arresting the two of you tonight, okay? That's how you afford that nice place, huh? You took her money? How dare you? And what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sir, you live in a shithole, okay? Was that you? Did you say that?
We were gonna ask Ricky when Knox and Alameda was gonna get gentrified.
Oh, okay. Well, you're also still an asshole. Anyways. I'm just kidding. You seem
Damn.
fine. Okay, so it wasn't you with the fiance money?
No.
Okay, all right.
I wonder how you mixed up. Like,
Well, it said
what-
like I couldn't.
perfect sense.
I couldn't tell if it was fiance or supposed to be finance because I didn't know you could get a fiance visa. You can get a visa just with the hope of being married. I didn't know that. Like I'm a fucking idiot, but I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
Corey,
you
it's
have to
called a
be-
K1, and if you watch 90 Day Fiancé, you would know. Okay, so now you are a bad fucking person, and I'm hanging out with these guys, okay? Jesus Christ.
Did you have a fiance visa? You know you do that.
What, a fiance visa?
Yeah.
Don't ask this pervert what he knows. He doesn't know anything. He's busy coming to 9/11 all night.
That's who we got the fiance visa for. It was one of the hijackers.
Yeah.
I'll never see Muhammad again. All right.
Oh, Corey.
Whatever, Ja. Anyways. All right, let's do one more and we'll get the fuck out of here. My brother-in-law beat up 6 cops while on mushrooms. Fuck yeah, dude. Whoosh. They were too embarrassed to press charges. Fuck yeah. We love that.
That's so fucking cool.
Have you ever fought a cop while you're on mushrooms, right?
Me?
Yeah,
No,
you.
No.
You've taken mushrooms before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
a pussy slayer like you do drugs.
Hey, that's his AOL screen name,
Yes,
Corey, and
yes.
it's private.
Yes.
All right, guys,
heard
keep it
it.
going for Anthony Bartolo.
Thank you.
All right, sweet. Yeah. Holy shit.
Pussy Slayer! Pussy Slayer! Pussy Slayer! Pussy Slayer!